name is Joseph Patterson. Welcome to One Jamaica TV. This is the place of choice for all who love this country and want to see the nation succeed.
Put your X beside the handshake for Mr. Joseph L. Patterson and the UIC for your family, your community, and your country. After more than 8 years of the two, it's time for something and someone truly new. Put your X beside the handshake to vote for Mr. Joseph L. Patterson, the man with the plan to transform this nation.
All right, so Mr. Walsh, thank you for being here with me today. Tell me about this school. What is the name of it?
Pepper Basic School.
Pepper Basic School.
Yeah, and it's the motive, aim high.
Aim high.
Yeah.
But it look like it locked down now.
Yeah, a few, about 3 years.
3 years ago or so?
Yeah,
locked it down.
move the children to primary school.
Okay, so this was the basic school.
Yeah, this was the basic.
Them lock it down,
Yeah.
and then move the children to the primary school, the Pepper Primary School.
Right.
But the place looked abandoned. What's going on?
It is not, nothing is going on.
Nothing is going on.
Nothing is going on. They turn it over to the community center.
Oh, so it should be a community center.
No.
So this should be a community center.
Sure.
This,
sure,
look at
yes.
it. This should be a community center.
Nothing is going on. Nothing is going on.
So you just lock up. This is
Yes.
good money, you know. This is land. This is building. This is windows and doors and concrete and roof. So taxpayer pay for all of this.
Yes.
I know it's
money.
wasting away.
Waste.
Wasting away. Do you like that kind of thing?
Negative, man.
Negative.
Oh, should I like something like this?
So you want to see changes.
Oh my God.
You want to see production.
Oh my
You want to see
God.
development.
Say it.
You want a new Jamaica.
Say it.
Of course. And that's what we're going to do. That's what the UIC is about.
Okay.
All right, respect. Thank you, Mr. Walsh, right?
Yeah.
Respect. Nice to meet you, sir. We're going to fix this thing. Don't worry. Vote
Sure.
UIC. Vote for Mr. Patterson. I'm Joseph Patterson.
That's why you didn't want to give
I know.
such
I know.
information.
Yes. But I'm the man. Don't worry. I'm the Dylan is your first name?
Second caller.
What's your first name, Grandma?
Margaret.
Margaret. So we're here with Grandma Margaret
No, ma'am.
and young Dylan, her grandson. And of course, we're talking about Jamaica. a sum of the past and looking at the future. The future is here, the past is here, and me somewhere in between. So Dylan, what do you want for Jamaica's future? What is one thing you want to happen to make Jamaica a better place for you?
Crime-free. Crime-free.
Crime-free, wow. He wants a crime-free Jamaica, me too.
Yes.
All right, and Grandma, you want the same thing too. There you go. Now, Grandma, tell us something about the past that you really like.
We could move around freely, any hours. I remember we had church campaign, even 11 o'clock we just coming from church. And nowadays people are so fearful and not even coming out to 7 o'clock church meeting.
Exactly.
Because they're fearful.
They're fearful. So, what else was a good thing about the past?
Like in the election here, Miss Linda, them across, we could be in the middle of the road and everybody just smelling around. No, you know, nobody didn't feel anyway, no.
Yeah. So we were more
concerned
together.
About and together.
We were more socially together.
Right.
You can come, man. She's not in that direction.
Right.
So back then, we were more socially oriented. We're more, what do you call it? Now we're antisocial.
Yes.
Now we're more antisocial.
Yes.
Then we're more together
Yes.
and stuff. Do you feel that today? Do you feel that we're antisocial? A little bit. In school, do you have a lot of fighting in school, or are you more united and wholesome? What is your experience?
Small bit of fighting. A small bit of
A
fighting.
small bit of fighting, but you don't fight though, right? You're a good boy.
Anytime anybody hit me, I should hit them back.
Okay, you have to defend yourself. You have the right to defend yourself. But sometimes you must walk away, yeah? And because them can be a little bit too bad. So just walk away and go tell the principal or the teacher and let them manage it for you, alright? Okay. So Grandma, tell me one more good thing about the past.
You know, we focus on money too much. You know that first time somebody could just come and ask me to do an errand for them. And once my mother agreed, I couldn't disagree. If it was an adult.
Yes,
You
yes.
understand? But
So because I gotta go to the shop and buy a big aisle for me.
Yeah,
You
put
just
up on
do
the
it.
selfish.
Yeah.
You know? But these young people know if you don't have money,
You can't ask them to do
you
anything.
can't ask them to do anything. I don't know what is wrong with them.
So we've lost that little community
Yes,
spirit.
man, that community spirit.
Yes.
Yes,
Now
man.
it's everything about money.
Money.
Before you could trade like a banana for yam and little thing
Yes.
and send good neighbors for
Yes,
a bit of
I
salt and
pluck
stuff.
chicken and somebody could get 2 foot and you get a piece of pumpkin and something.
So what do you think went wrong? Why have we become like this? What do you think caused that? Selfishness? So we never used to selfish when she was a young lady. Now tell me something now about the future that you'd like for your grandson. What kind of future you want for your grandson?
Something about the schooling. You know, even with the PART program. If I'm a teacher in the class, I know the hungry children in my class. I know who can afford it a bit. Instead of giving everybody, I know who can afford it to a point. So you don't have to get what the needy child is getting.
Right.
Because you come with a lunch bag pack and you're still joining the line for
To get part food and
to get
stuff.
part food, which is like
It's unfair.
unfair.
Yes, and it caused those who could have gotten a little more now to get less. And they needed it. Wow.
You don't want
So they're really wasting it.
wasting it.
So we need a better system of distributing help to the needy.
Right.
Okay, got you. Well, thank you very much for this enlightening conversation, Miss Margaret,
Yes.
Grandma Margaret, and Dylan, right? Dylan, thank you so much. You're going to be a bright boy. You're going to do Grandma proud.
And I'm listening to the ad and boy, I wish if some of those changes could really come.
It will, under my
Yes.
leadership it will. Where the UIC is committed to a better Jamaica.
Yes.
You know, with the kind of spirit from the past
Yes.
and modern things of the present and future.
Yes.
Sure.
All right, good afternoon, Mr. Goss.
Yes, sir. Good afternoon.
Tell me a little about what you do now, what you do for a living.
Farming.
Farming.
Yeah, farming. Vegetable, cassava, mixture, you know.
Right. The last time I checked, you were doing some callaloo,
Yeah.
and that was going very, very well.
Yeah, indeed.
And I think you did some selling of that in the town area.
Yes, Santa Cruz. Yes.
Excellent. But what I want to talk to you about today is what are your thoughts about farming in our constituents here, Northeast St. Elizabeth, Elam, Braes River? What are some of the challenges that your farmers facing in the area?
Well, the challenges are great, you know. To be honest with you, overall, I think the farming is not structured properly. That is why you have so many of the challenge, because when you come on to farming, it's like a farmer is almost guaranteed to lose. You understand? So my time drought, so my time too much water, so my time goods perish, you know, sometimes trusting you don't get paid. So the challenges are great, you know.
Right.
Great.
So what you're seeing is a lack of leadership.
Yeah, vision. Lack of vision.
Vision, a structured approach.
Exactly.
So for example, one of the issues you and I spoke about before one day by my fence, we were chatting for a while, was the need for cold storage for farmers.
Yes.
Tell me about that. Why do we need cold storage?
All right. If you have a cold storage, what you could actually do, you could have a guarantee market for the farmer, right? The farmer will be guaranteed he wouldn't lose. So what you do now, you structure in some way, whatever the farmer produce, come to the cold storage.
Right.
So in doing that now, you'd control the pricing as well.
Because you don't have to sell it right away.
Exactly, because what you would find, sometimes you see tomato come down to $20 a pound. $20 a pound, you can't buy back seed, you can't buy back fertilizer, you can't buy it. If you have a cold storage, you would sit down with the farmer. For the first time you would sit down with the farmer, and you would say to the farmer, listen, how much is it? What's your true cost of production? Right? And you would work it out. He would know exactly how much to sell it at to make a profit.
Money,
right? Whatever he produces, he knows he have a guarantee market, it goes to the cold storage.
Right. So if you had like an effective leader now in say, our area, that leader could have organized for us to build a common cold storage that all our farmers could use, hold their produce, so that we can make sure we have a guaranteed good return on their investment.
Exactly.
So that they're okay.
Exactly.
Excellent. Now I noticed we have a cassava factory over in Elam that was built. How long ago was the first one built? About 4 years now?
I think it's more than that, you know.
Yeah, 4 or 5 years.
I think it's,
but it's sitting there not being utilized.
Right.
What is your knowledge of that?
I'm not sure, you know, to be honest with you, I'm not sure, but I guess, I know they were processing flour. Cassava flour, right? I know they were doing bread at one point, then all of a sudden
everything just stopped. And again, this is money that has...
it was a grant. I believe it was from the...
And the grant was spent, the facility is built, but as far as you and I are aware, that facility is now sitting idle. So it's not producing cassava flour. There's nothing else being processed there.
No.
You have a guard at the gate every day, and wages are being paid, I guess, for whoever is the administrator, but it's not functioning. But they're building another one. In fact, they just completed another one.
Yeah, it was on the other.
Across from it, almost. Almost exactly across from it.
Yes, indeed.
Do you hear anything about that in terms of how that's going?
I guess there are some issues, you know. I guess the issues are being solved.
So it appears, though, that almost anything our government touches somehow doesn't seem to work. It's like we have to always depend on foreigners coming in, the Chinese maybe, the Italians maybe, the Spanish maybe, the Americans, but somebody else has to come in and seem to run things for us. We can't run our cane, we can't run our banana, we can't run our cassava, we can't run our coffee. What do you think?
Well, actually, myself and another farmer were having a conversation earlier on, and I was saying it was the first time we see under Jamaica Labour Party government, we see pork is selling.
Pork?
Yes.
Pork is selling?
Yeah, the pigs are selling. And the reason for that, where they were importing the pigs from, the Dominican Republic, there was some disease. So they had to cut the importation.
My goodness. So if it wasn't for the disease,
the pork farmer would be suffering. Yeah.
So we only benefit when the rest of the world can't produce.
Exactly.
My goodness.
But I think overall, you know, I think what happened, because remember, you know, a small person can't do importation. It has to be a person with large capital.
Yes.
So what you find now, the government is quicker to allow that because somebody benefit out of it.
One of the things they do is they have what is called an international reserves, where they take our money and build up a large cash reserves of foreign exchange, and then they use that to support the importers. the big importers. So they're always keeping a large stock of cash, or foreign exchange, to support importers.
Right.
If they didn't do that, then the importers would not get the benefit of fixed exchange costs to support their profitability. And the pork farmers and the small farmers like would be more in demand, and then you'd be exporting more and getting bigger. So you'll go from a small farmer to a mid-sized farmer to a large farmer. The cooperatives would work better. You'd have more corporations coming together, amassing more land and creating greater output. One of the goals of the UIC is to make Jamaica the organic food capital of the world. What do you think about that?
Well, to where the price of fertilizer is right now, from 5,000 to about 13,000, that's more than almost more than 100%. That's almost triple.
So just imagine if we were producing our own fertilizer organically, because it was promoted and encouraged by our government, so that we can become a mass producer of organic fertilizer, a mass producer of organic foods and vegetables, and a major exporter to the rest of the world in this. That would give Jamaican farmers, first of all, would have a higher income. Jamaicans overall would have greater jobs, and our economy would expand even faster. What do you think about that?
Yeah, that's because, well, that's my plan,
Yeah.
I have a lot of plans, but the funding, when you come on to the funding,
That's a serious issue.
serious issue.
Definitely.
Mostly everything in this country waste. Everything waste.
Yeah.
And everything, once it comes from the earth, it can go back to the earth.
Absolutely. You just imagine all the cow dung, all the pig dung, all the goat, all the stuff.
Manure.
And capture. Gus, I really appreciate the time.
Yes, man,
and
no
keep
problem.
up the good work as a farmer. I know that it's very difficult from time to time, but you're one of those who have stuck with it all these years.
Well, I tell people I didn't choose farming.
Farming choose you.
Mother was a farmer, father was a farmer. So
there you go, and you stick with
get
it.
the full bread.
Well, keep it up, and I can guarantee you with a UIC government, farmers will again become a very important factor in the Jamaican economy.
Looking
Take care,
forward.
sir.
Yes, man.
Respect.
Yes, man.
All right, good.
All right.